Hi guys, Peter Dingle here, PhD, and author of Gut Secrets and also of Ready Set Gut Health. And today I want to share with you information about prebiotics, probiotics and synbiotics. I'm going to just touch on them and I'll elaborate as we go on a little bit later on. But the first thing is, if you're confused, don't worry, because so to a degree is the scientific community. And the definition around probiotics, prebiotics and synbiotics is even changing as we speak. The critical thing here is in prebiotics, that is the food, the non-digestible parts of the fibre that feed the beneficial bacteria in your colon, in your large intestine. That's what your microbiome is. And so what you want to do is promote the good ones, and prebiotics specifically help the good microorganisms. Now they may help good fungi, things like Saccharomyces. They may help the good bacteria, the ones that you've often heard about, like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacteria, for example, or another one called Akkermansia. So the whole idea is that these prebiotics are the food for the probiotics. And I often tell people, look, if you're going to have probiotics, always have it with the prebiotics. Always have it with the fibre. Now, when we talk about fibre, it's important to understand that there are two major types. There are lots of variations in this, but there are the water-soluble ones and the water-insoluble ones. The water-soluble ones literally form a glug, and psyllium is a classic example of that. You put the water in with psyllium and it goes, that acts as a prebiotic in one part of your large intestine in the colon. Some parts of it, by the way, aren't prebiotic. It still has some fibre effects. Then you've got your other ones like your insoluble fibre, and they're the ones that you can mix in water and they don't form a glug, and that's typically the K fibre that I'm always talking about. And that has lots of fibre and prebiotics in there too. Now, they both go into the large intestine and they cause a fermentation, and in the process, that promotes the good microorganisms, the good fungi, the good bacteria, the good archaea, the good viruses, the whole microbiome, the whole whiz-bang microbiome in the large intestine. And with the promotion of that, obviously, it has lots of benefits. Now, prebiotics are essential, absolutely essential, and a lot of people get caught up on, I've got to be on a carnivore diet, I've got to be on a keto diet. Look, I don't mind what diet you're on, but just have lots of prebiotics, have lots of fibre. The overwhelming research is just overwhelming. How's that? Yeah, simple, isn't it? You've got to have the fibre, you've got to have the prebiotics, you've got to have the stuff that ferments, enables the bacteria to ferment. Now, probiotics are very different from what's in our gut microbiome. Probiotics are a specific group of microorganisms that we take in, and most of their benefit is actually done on the way through. So they don't necessarily go up there into your large intestine and set up a home. They are literally transiting through, and anywhere from 4 hours to 4 weeks, maybe a bit longer, they'll have a benefit. So you regularly take those, and in the process of taking them, they benefit you. Now, on the other side of that, the prebiotics are critical for the probiotics. So if you consume a probiotic and a prebiotic together, something we call a synbiotic, S-Y-N biotic, if you consume a synbiotic, it has a multiplier effect, something called synergy. And that multiplier effect is always better. So you can take some K-fibre, for example, with some probiotics, or you could take a packet or a satchel that has both and you mix them in together as a synbiotic. It always has a multiplier effect because essentially it gives your the probiotics food to feed on the way down and on the way through. And best to get those two consuming at the same time. So people often say, when's the best time to take probiotics? Well, usually in and around food if you're having lots of fibre in the food. So that's probiotics, prebiotics, and synbiotics, as I said, is the mixture of those two. And synbiotics are a great way to go and a great combination, and the research shows they're phenomenal. I hope you understand some of this. I will add up, though, that there are lots of other things that your gut microbiome needs, and I'll talk about these later. Things like the polyphenols. These are the things you get in your green tea and your curcumin and all your rich, good, nutrient-dense veggies and fruits that you're supposed to have. I'll touch base with you later.